Hi, my name is Tina Guimar, and I want to start off by saying thank you so much for being here and for supporting our summit speakers. And I also wanted to give a huge shout out to Kim Ward. Thank you, Kim, for creating Katie's mission and making this all possible and for allowing us to spread the word around suicide prevention and mental health awareness. So, a little bit about myself. I started in the accounting industry, was in the accounting industry for 20 years. I was climbing the corporate ladder, and then I hit a wall. And things started happening. Bad things started happening in both my personal life, my professional life. So I was living my life in complete chaos, complete chaos. And I had got to the point where that wasn't okay anymore. And I knew that if I didn't make a change, that things were not going to end very well. I was going to become sick or in the hospital or whatever. I actually ended up in a very negative state of mind. And that was just creating more bad things to happen. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of background as to how I got where I am and why I'm going to provide some tips to you today that if you feel like your life is complete chaos, you're not in a good space, you are just not loving life anymore, this message is really going to help you. So, I had a lot of things started coming crashing down in my personal and my professional life. Back in, it started in 2015 and it just progressed from there. And what I had found out, what I had realized is I was creating that reality. That hurts. I was creating the reality that I was living in. And one of the hardest things that you'll ever go through is staying in a place that you're not meant to be in. So, my question for you today is why do you stay there? Is it because you have a lack of belief that you can change it and you can make things better? Do you have a fear of the unknown? Do you maybe lack the confidence that you can make the change and that your life can be better? That's where I was at. I didn't believe that I deserved anything differently. I didn't have the confidence to know that I could create something better. And fear of the unknown, yeah, it was a little bit for me, but I was always a huge promoter of change. And I always see the good in what comes with change. But at one point in my life, there was so much change. There was change in every single direction, and I really couldn't handle that. So I kind of just got into this huge slump and I dreaded every day. Like I dreaded getting up. I dreaded going to work. I found myself complaining all the time, ruining relationships. Everything that came out of my mouth was negative. And it was after I lost my brother to suicide is when it clicked for me. Like I cannot continue to live this way. Like this is not working. And I think that's what flipped the switch for me to say, okay, I needed to do something different in order to create a different reality. So I know like we are all here for a greater purpose. You might not believe that right now, but we are here for a greater purpose. And until you can go and do that deep inner work and do that deep soul searching and really figure out what makes you who you are, not what people think you should be. Who are you? Who are you? Not who are you with this person and who are you with your kids? Who are you? What makes you who you are? So that's what I want to talk about today because I really went on this journey of doing that deep inner work, that deep soul searching. And it wasn't until I started doing that that I realized I created this lifestyle for myself. I created complete chaos. There were times that I just wanted to, I even said, like, I want to hide under a rock just to get a little bit of peace for a few minutes. That's the mindset that I was at. And when you can do this deep inner work and you can really figure out who you are, your authentic self, I'm going to give you some tips today to help you to get to that place. So if you really feel like, and I even said a lot, like, there's a dark cloud over my head and it won't go away. Like, why do these bad things keep happening? And what I didn't realize at the time, it was because it was my negativity. It was the words that were coming out of my mouth. It was me complaining about everything. I didn't know a lot at the time about the law of attraction, but once I started really looking at that and digging into that, I was like, this is why bad things keep happening, because I am not taking myself out of that cycle. There's this thing called negative, and I'm sure you heard of manifestation, right? If you want something, you put it out there, you get it. Well, there's also negative manifestation. And what that means is you put negative things out there and it comes back tenfold. So you really, really have to be careful with the words that you're choosing, with the thoughts that you're having. And the first tip that I want to give you today, the first thing that actually started turning things around for me was gratitude. And in the state that I was in at the time, I could not think of like all these amazing things that I was grateful for. It was really simple as, I'm grateful that I'm breathing today. I'm grateful for the water that I can drink. Like, it was really simple little things like that. But once you practice that and you stop being grateful for those things, you're going to get more of those things. That's why what I'm saying with the negative manifestation is, if you're ungrateful for things, they're going to be taken away from you. And I am a true testament to that, because when I was in that negative state, I was like, I hate this, I hate that, I hate my house, I hate my job. And guess what? Everything was taken from me. Everything was taken from me. And it wasn't until I went on this journey that I'm on, and I went and I said, okay, what's the first thing that I need to do? I went on a 28-day gratitude challenge. It was very, very difficult, but I had a guide to use that helped me through it. And I want to give you an example of how you can just put something out there and get it, right? One of the things that I was tasked with on this in the beginning of this gratitude challenge was, I needed to go find a rock to use as my gratitude rock. So when I went to bed at night, I held the rock and I said 3 things that I'm grateful for. Well, one day I was like, it would be nice. I love hearts. If you know me at all or you don't, I love hearts. Hearts is my thing. I don't know why, it just is. There's probably a significance behind that I haven't figured out yet. But I said one day, it would be so nice if I could find a heart-shaped rock. Guess what? A few minutes later, I went out to get the mail. I had a long driveway at the time. I went out to get the mail and I looked down, and guess what was laying on the ground? This heart-shaped rock. So that is what made me believe, okay, I think I'm figuring this out. I practice the gratitude, I'm asking for things, and I'm getting it. So that's number 1, practice gratitude. It doesn't matter how small or how insignificant you think it might be. That's number 1. 3 things you're grateful for. Try and do 5. If you have to start with three, that's fine, but 3 to 5 things you're grateful for every single day. When you wake up in the morning, first thing you should think is, I'm grateful to have another day to make a difference, right? I'm grateful when you put your feet on the ground, whatever you're grateful for. I'm grateful that I can stand up today. It doesn't matter how small it is. You're going to get into the habit and things are going to just come to you. It's going to become easy. So that's number one. Number one thing that turned my life around completely was gratitude to start. Then I learned about meditation. I heard about meditation. I tried it a little bit back in 2015. I don't think I learned it right. And I stopped doing it because I was having nightmares. But then I found the Calm app. In 2017, I found Calm, CALM. Check it out. If you want to get an access pass to it, I can send you one. You'll get 30 days all access, but it's good because it's guided meditation. Like I didn't know I always thought, okay, I have to clear my head. I cannot think about anything while I'm meditating. That's not really how it is. So if you can just start off by doing a few minutes every day. Meditation is the second thing that helped me to turn my life around. And little did I know, meditation is the single biggest thing that helped me deal with challenges that had happened after I was meditating on a regular basis. I even had people say to me, like, how are you so calm right now? Like, because I do meditation and it helps me. Like, there's stressors everywhere. We know that. We cannot ever just have a stress-free life. There's always something that's going to come up. But if you can practice meditation on a regular basis, you're going to notice that you can handle that stress differently and it doesn't affect you negatively. So I really urge you to do that. I hope this was helpful. This was just a couple of tips of things that I put into practice on a daily basis to change my life, to turn my life around. I hope you can get some value in that. I do have an ebook called Unleashing Your Greatest Potential, it's got a lot more stuff in there that you can implement to help you to start just getting out of that chaos. Like, who wants to deal with chaos every day? When you can find that inner peace and you can really figure out who you are, who you truly are, not who people have you believe you need to be, that's going to be a game changer for you. So I urge you to click on that link and get that ebook. And I look forward to talking to you soon. I hope this helped and thank you and have a great day.